choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Use the options on the left to edit league. It's week 1 of the National Football League, where division rivals will clash in the AFC South. It's the Texans and the Colts on EA Sports.
From the crossroads of America, we're at the center of Indianapolis, Indiana, as we get a look here at Lucas Oil Stadium. Well, Brock, we saw week 1 begin on Thursday night, and now 2 more teams get their season started here on Sunday. He's Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott, and it is very important, partner, for both teams here that their seasons begin on a strong note.
Yeah, this is the week where I really can't take myself back to that locker room, to week 1 across the different seasons. And whether it was high school or college or pro, it was the same feeling. Right, it was hope springs eternal. Even though it's the fall and the calendar's turned and it's week 1, you're so hopeful of what lies ahead.
Matt Gay now ready to get this one started. And here we go from Indy. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out is someone who became an absolute superstar last year as a rookie. Drafted 2nd in 2023, it's C.J. Stroud.
Kid, I really think this is one of those moments where every starting quarterback in the opener, right? Week 1, all has a sense of gratitude. All has a smile on their face. You're one of 32 guys on the planet that get to start an NFL season, and you want to make the most of that chance.
And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Second and 10, Stroud to throw. That one's cut along the left sideline. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And it sets up a Houston first.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
On target to his back, Joe Mixon. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. From the gun, Stroud. That's caught for the first. And they get this down to the 28. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down. Shotgun now for Stroud. Caught by Collins on the slant. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Kenny Moore there to make the stop. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Play made by E.J. Speed. He gets a couple, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Schultz with the catch. And he's tackled for a short gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. So now the Colts getting their first opportunity on offense in this game. Bringing them out to 4th overall pick, who unfortunately had that rookie season cut short at just 4 games. Good to have him back from Florida, Anthony Richardson.
I got a smile on my face. I know he has a smile on his face as he runs out with a new season ripe with every possibility. This is only the first scene of a 4.5-month movie where he could be playing the part of a league MVP, maybe leading a legit contender into the postseason. How he starts this campaign, though, well, how you start can have a massive impact on how things play out.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Throw reeled in by Thomas. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 25 yards. And it'll be first down, Colts.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
On the counter, it's Taylor. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
He's on the move. He's running for it. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Throwing from the pistol, Richardson. Flushed out of the pocket. Now here he goes again. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Foley Fadukasi there to make the stop. 2nd down now, 7 to go. This ball's caught by Uzama. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts pull ahead 6-3 in the first. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
That one splits the uprights. And the Colts won up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This Texans offense readied up for its second drive of the contest. Their first drive of the new campaign netted a field goal. Now let's see if they can bump that up to a touchdown on drive number 2. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Juju Brents with a stop. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. On the ground again with Mixon. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards. Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Signals for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 27. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Colts will take over. The Colts with their offense out, their second drive coming up. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5. Now a toss play, Taylor. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle. The Texans bringing out an extra DB. 3rd down coming up. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Looking for a target.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Starts his return from the 23. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. 58 yards on the punt there. And it's going to be Texans football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. Into the hands of Schultz. And that's good for a gain of 5. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle. All right, here we go. 2nd down. A give to Mixon up the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound a defense. But you get this game going right at the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
He's going to push one deep down the right. He was hoping to get it to Tank Dell there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud escapes the pocket. By a man, and now he's in the clear. Well, not what you like to see. Still just in the opening quarter of the season, and they have an injured player out there. Let's hope it's nothing major as he gets looked at. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Now it's Stroud. And he fires this one, but it's incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Stroud to throw again on 2nd. This is complete to Schultz. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle. Stroud now on 3rd. Has it at the 7. Touchdown, Houston. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans push their lead to 3. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. Here comes the Colts offense now for another possession. Their first drive of the season, an uneventful one, led to a punt, so they'll try to get some new season magic going here on their second drive. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. Second down now, 7 to go. Play action with Richardson. Got a man, Uzama has it. And he goes out a little short of the 40. And it's the dime package on third down by the Texans. Extra DBs on the field. Option give to Taylor. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Stopped for no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and 2.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. Now we get a look at this Texans offense. And they are really starting the season off with a banger of a contest here, Brock. A chance to measure up against a division rival, and this win could be an important one to have in hand in just a few months. He's got a gain of 6 there. Kenny Moore there to make the stop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. From the 24. Throwing the out route complete. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Mixon on the counter. And he drives ahead for good yardage up to the 45. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. On play action, here's Stroud. Collins there to grab it. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Brought down by Julian Blackman. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Now a give to Mixon. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. We're through 1 quarter of this opening weekend of football. Scoreboard shows 10-7. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Welcome back. We'll begin the 2nd quarter with the Texans in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. He's got him. That's Mixon. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Running with Mixon out of the gun. And they bring him down around the 34. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it sets up a Houston first. Keeping it with Mixon. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Play made by E.J. Speed. He got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3. Back to throw, Stroud. On the move, headed right. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down. Now it's Kaimi Fairbairn on to try it for the Texans. From the right hash, 52 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
This return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Colts ready to take the field. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. Broke through the tackle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. First down, and they go right back to him. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Christian Harris on the stop. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Taylor again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. Richardson back to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. He has the Indianapolis touchdown. Well, Brock, that proved a little too tough to stick to. Turns out it was the right route to get a touchdown on that play.
Yeah, those corner routes can be some high risk at times, but big-time rewards. Think about this for a second, Kate. We talk all the time about the efficiency of a slant route and in breaking, that angle breaking in. Right, higher completion rate, you're throwing something breaking in. You have a corner that breaks out. Obviously, the efficiency may not be there, but boy, touchdowns and big touchdowns can follow when the two stay connected.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Texans and running back Joe Mixon headed out for their next series. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Now begin with a run by Mixon. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Down with the grab. And this one does not go far. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. From the gun, Stroud. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kenny Moore with the pick. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure. But instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
That one right down the middle. And the Colts grow their lead to 8. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Here's a return from the 7. This return makes it up to the 25. Out now come the Texans on offense. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick 6. Need short memories here as they head back out. Fresh off the pick, here's Stroud. This one quickly to Dell. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Stroud off the play fake. Connection made to Dell. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First down, Stroud. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Pass taken in by Diggs. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Going to the ground again on first. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd and 8. And he loses control of the interception in the end zone. Could have taken away some potential points, but instead, new life, 3rd down. Throwing is Stroud. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Out of the shotgun, a gift to Mixon. And he started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Play made by E.J. Speed. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Completed to Collins. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do them through the offseason, you do them through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force 4th downs just as they did. Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. Straight ahead with Taylor. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Christian Harris on the stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. They go again with Taylor. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Play made that time by Danico Autry. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. That's caught for the first. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Taylor now up the middle. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Throw reeled in by Thomas. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Desmond King up to make the tackle.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. They're set up at the 35 now. Richardson now on 1st and 10. This ball's caught by Uzama. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They'll throw again. Richardson escapes the pocket. Now he takes it. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
First down throw here from Richardson. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. And he has the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts grow their lead just before halftime. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Gay to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts push the lead up to 12. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. The Texans and C.J. Stroud all set to go for their next drive. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Into the hands of Schultz. And he'll get it up to the 44. Before we can get a snap on 2nd down, they call timeout. Shotgun now for Stroud. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. Try and get in it to Nico Collins. So now they have 3rd and short. To the air, Stroud. Finding Collins. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Stroud throwing here on 1st. This is complete to Schultz. And they're going to be down close to the 35 as he goes out. 16 yards on the play. And the Texans are going to have a first down. Back to throw, Stroud. He's on the move. He's keeping it. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Now it's Kaimi Fairbairn on to try it for the Texans. This one from 47 yards away. Everly's kick is good. And the lead is back down to 9.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. One last play before the break. They'll stick with the ground game here. And he could not break beyond the line, so that's how our half's gonna end. That brings us to our first halftime of the new season. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome aboard to you and Brock, and to you at home as we take you around the NFL here on NFL Kickoff Weekend 2024. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, and it's the Jaguars who have the lead in the second quarter. Travis Etienne with a touchdown run. From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Derek Carr has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. J.J. McCarthy and Justin Jefferson. J.J. to J.J. hooking up on a touchdown pass. The Colts got a strong first half from their quarterback, Anthony Richardson. He threw a first quarter touchdown pass, then 2 more in the second quarter, a 3-touchdown half. And he may just be getting started.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Return coming from the 6. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Indianapolis getting its offense out there to start off this second half. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. They motion a receiver left. Now a run with Taylor. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
They're running the option, short side. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, well, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
On first down, it's Richardson. Got a man, it's Thomas. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Christian Harris on the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's a handoff for Taylor. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's gonna run for it! And he gets this forward to the 19. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He's got Thomas on a slant. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Option give to Taylor. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. They're signaling for a stoppage here, and yep, there's a player injured after that snap. Not what they wanted to see in week 1 as their medical staff heads out to check on him. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
Oh, 1st and goal, you take a sack. I got nothing good to say about that, so let me flip it over on the other side where you got everything good to say. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to get them behind the sticks. You want to knock them backwards, and now you put a whole lot more pressure on that offense to respond.
Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And that sack gonna cost them some yardage.
Kate, you just know as a quarterback, there's situations where you're going to gain the trust of the play caller or quickly lose it. And when you take back-to-back sacks, you've lost the trust of your coordinator. And now on 3rd down, well, you better do all you can.
And he will score! Touchdown, Indianapolis! The Colts grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's an Anthony Richardson touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Houston's offense back out now and ready to go. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Bails out of the pocket quick. Stepping up, and he's going to run. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Well, I can promise you that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical 1st down.
He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, Stroud. He's going to loft one deep to the left. He's got it inside the 10. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Look at the touch he put on that throw down the field. That was a masterpiece, and he was the artist behind it, laying it in the perfect spot to create the big play.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They're going to run here. It's Mixon. Finds the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans start the 2nd half with some needed points. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one splits the uprights. And the Texans get it back to within one score. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Return starts at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Colts and Anthony Richardson headed back onto the field. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
This is ahead for about 5. Desmond King up to make the tackle. Moving in the right direction, 5 yards there, but still got a 3rd and 9 coming up. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. Cut by the open man. And a solid gain gets them across the 45 before he goes out. That one hits for 30. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Got a man, Uzama has it. And he works this to the 38 before going down. 2nd and 3 now. From the 38. That's Thomas, he's got it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Whistles after that play for an unfortunate sight. A player hurt in the 1st game of the season. Training staff out to work on him. They've got 1st down from the 31. It's an option to the left side. Oh, he lost the football. And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
Hey, listen, I'm all for quarterbacks as artists, right? You can't be a blacksmith. You've got to be an artist. You've got to create back there. But in the world of got-tos, you also got to hold on to the ball. That's a big-time turnover.
The Texans returning their offense and this running back to the field. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. A give to Mixon up the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Mixon on the counter. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. From the 46. Jump off caught by his back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Simply put, Kate, that's just job well done by the defense. You get a completion on 2nd down and go backwards, that's some pretty superhuman effort and want to from this defense.
Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Texans set to punt. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. Got 49 on his first punt. This one looks even longer. And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. The Colts are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. And he's brought down for a loss.
You can keep your job in the NFL as a D tackle if you eat up space. You really can. But you make that bag when you could defeat blocks, penetrate, and create runs for losses as a defensive tackle.
Offense to the line for second down. Taylor again. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Look at Jimmy Ward getting up there to make that stop.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down. The Colts are ready for the punt. Rigoberto Sanchez will kick it away. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Ball in his hands right around midfield. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Texans are going to take over with their eyes on the end zone. First down, Stroud. Throwing the out route complete. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. All set up now for first and 10. From the red zone now. To the corner of the end zone, but incomplete. Oh, he made the catch, but didn't get down in bounds. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Nixon on the toss. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. The Texans have it to start, coming in trailing on the scoreboard. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Running for it, Mixon. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. And they get to him just in time. That's a tackle for the stand and a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, it's almost like the defense was in the offensive huddle before the play. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And the reward is they get off the field.
The Colts offense set to head out. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Taylor gets it on first and 10. Through the defense, he's past the 20. And they'll get him down at the 25-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And they get him down after a solid gain up to the 31. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Throwing from the pistol, Richardson. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
He's got his man. That's Alec Pierce. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. And the Texans go in nickel coverage, 3rd down. They'll throw again. Richardson. He's on the move. He's running for it. Breaks through, and he might break away. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Well, I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Completed here to Uzama. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll be first down, Colts. This ball's caught by Uzama. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 21. Finds his man, Downs. And he'll go down here at the 16.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. Richardson. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Right on the edge of the goal line for 1st and goal. And I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So a first down pass play can and certainly was effective.
That one right down the middle. And the Colts lead by 15 now. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Here come the Texans as they get set to take over on offense. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on 4th down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. Shotgun now for Stroud. Digs there to bring it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Slot man motioned over. 1st and 10, a run to Mixon. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
From the 47. Cut by Collins on the slant. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And they take him down right along the 30.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Dell with the grab. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Going right side, Mixon with it. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Cut by Diggs. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the gun, Stroud. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. They're signaling for a stoppage here, and yep, there's a player injured after that snap. Not what they wanted to see in week 1 as their medical staff heads out to check on him. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. On the carry, this is Mixon. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Here's Stroud. Cut near the goal line. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down.
And he gets in, touchdown! The Texans can make it a one-score game as they trim the lead. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Texans get it back to within 1 score. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The home teams back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. Bails out of the pocket quick. He tucks it and takes off. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
First down, he keeps it left on the option. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. So after the play, some obvious concern from their sideline as they watch their quarterback out there in some pain. Training staff running out to check on him. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. First throw for the backup now. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Pulled in at the 20. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Into the hands of Schultz. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Throwing is Stroud. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 1. Into traffic, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Whistles after that play for an unfortunate sight. A player hurt in the first game of the season. Training staff out to work on him. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. He'll look to throw it. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And he has it down to the 30 before going out. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Finding Collins. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. Setting up to pass. He'll get this one to Brown. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play. Back to throw. Hits him on the in route. And this one doesn't go far. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. To throw. Catch is made in close. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They need the end zone here. They've got 4 chances at it. This is 1st and goal. To the air yet again. It's Stroud. And it's caught. It's a touchdown in the final minutes, and a 2-point play could force overtime. So there's part 1, Brock. They get the touchdown that they desperately needed. Now, you'd imagine, comes a try for 2.
Yeah, and this might be just as tough as to go get that touchdown they just did because, well, they work on 2-point conversions, but they're difficult. This is also a must-have, though, Kate, if they want to try and force overtime.
Texans facing a big play as they go for 2. He's throwing for it! And that catch gets them the 2. We're all tied up here in the 4th. Whew, crisis averted, Brock. They got the 2 and the tie, for now at least. It looks like they have staved off the L and forced themselves overtime.
Yeah, those 2 critical words you just said right there, for now, like for right now. But there's a lot more time on that clock than this defense would care to see. They got to step up. Offense just stepped up, got the 2-point conversion. Now defense, you got to respond to send this game to overtime.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Indianapolis offense ready to take another swing at it. And there's enough time left that you can't call it impossible. They're going to need a heck of a play downfield to get in range for a possible game winner. To the air now on 1st and 10. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. From the 42. On target to his man Taylor. And he'll get it up to the 44. That's going to do it for regulation, so some bonus football in store for all those fans in the stands. We're headed for overtime. So as we go through this coin toss, Brock, I'm sure most of our fans know it, but this is something that can decide the game. If the team who gets it first scores a touchdown, the game is over. But if they only kick a field goal, their opponent gets it with a shot to win or tie. And if we play beyond those 2 possessions, the next score would then win. From the jaws of defeat, they snatch this game away. And now we're off in overtime to decide it. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop. And they fought hard, not just against their opponents on the field, Brock, but the tens of thousands of opponents in the stands. And it's led them to a chance to now silence everybody here in overtime. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Collins there to grab it. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. And on 3rd down, the Colts going with the nickel here. Out of the shotgun, a give to Mixon. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Keeping it with Mixon. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Running back sent in motion. Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. This is complete to Schultz.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Colts have a long football field ahead of them on this drive. From the gun, Taylor. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. They're signaling for a stoppage here, and yep, there's a player injured after that snap. Not what they wanted to see in week 1 as their medical staff heads out to check on him. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. He's going to throw this one. He's got Pierce. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Whistles after that play for an unfortunate sight. A player hurt in the first game of the season. Training staff out to work on him. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1. They go again with Taylor. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
They'll send out the punting unit. And in overtime, this has to be struck well. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. It's a pickup of 11. And it sets up a Houston first. They're set up at the 35 now. First down, Stroud. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
That's caught for the first. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Completed to Collins. Pickup of a few as he heads out of bounds. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Running with Mixon out of the gun. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
That one's cut along the left sideline. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Timeout Indianapolis. That's its second. As they'll be left with just one more to work with here in OT. And now the entire game rests on his next kick. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. The kick is good. He got it. And they've taken back the lead.
Boy, that's a familiar path he's taken here. Now the 5th time he's run out and gotten the job done. I know. You'd rather have him be PATs, but it's been nice having that reliable leg to turn to all game long.
So the Texans come away with the road win. And this isn't just any 1-0 start for them. They pick up what could end up being a key division victory to have later in this season. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Indy.